Hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we are back with another UFC card, a UFC fight night, a disturbing one, because Jesus Christ, this is going to be I think it starts at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. for me, but my God. Why did you make it so early? I know why, because it's in China. I believe it's in China. I actually never heard of Macau. Never once heard of it. Yes, it's in China. Never heard of it ever in my entire life until now. I'm sorry. I'm culturally ignorant. I apologize. But regardless, we have some fights. It's also the Road to UFC finale. I will be honest, I did not watch this Road to UFC other than, of course, for taping for these fights. But yeah, it's just the Road to UFC always just is at a weird time for me, and they don't promote it at all, so I never know what it's on. But the few times I did watch it, they're fun fights. Not high level, not technical. Like, it's a worse version of Contender Series because Contender Series has fun, insane, crazy fights, but it also has technicality. A lot of these guys that come from the Road to UFC, like, wow, that was such a fun fight, they come to UFC and they get their ass blasted. So that's very common. I expect that to happen. I hope not. I like the Asian MMA scene. I wish it would get more popular. It kind of died down back when like Pride died down, like Ryzen, all of them, they're still good, but we saw Ryzen get their asses blasted by Bellator. So I'm on a tangent now. Let's look at this fight card that starts way too godly, too early. Also, there are some names on here that I've listened to multiple times. I've tried. Mahashate is not one of them, because I know you, Mahashate, and I know you, Nicholas Moda. So first fight's gonna be Mahashate versus Nicholas Moda. Mahashate, he has power, and that's literally everything. He's such a basic fighter overall. He's got a nice height advantage, which is really good, but other than hitting hard, like I said, he doesn't really have anything special that stands out. Moda has more power. He has a ton of power, but I find his skills to be lacking. I find like he can hit really hard, but he struggles to hit his opponent. He struggles to really do anything in the ring, and I just can't get that loss to, I believe it was Trey Ogden, out of my brain. Like, he just looked like he just dropped the ball. I wasn't a fan of. I don't know. I don't like picking Mahashate, to be honest with you, but I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna be going with Mahashate. Also, Trey Ogden was a no contest, actually. Who did he lose to horribly? Was it Miller? I think it was Miller. I don't know. I can't remember now. I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, it was no contest. Is Miller? Okay, I remember. I was thinking them. How did I confuse Ogden and Miller? Yeah, Miller beat the living piss out of him, which is expected. But yep, looking at the odds now. There's also buying time for me to pull up the odds, which I forgot to pull up. Ooh, some of these fights don't have odds. Oh no. Mahashate is going to be a favorite of -198. Well, actually rounding around to -200, and Moda is looking around +170. Makes sense. Xiaolong versus Kwang Li. I've not been super impressed with Xiaolong, to be honest with you. He did not look great. He was a dog. He had good pressure striking. That's it. Kwang Li, I thought, was more dangerous and more dynamic of a striker. I like his striking a lot better. I think he has better kicks. I think he has better tools, and I think he's going to take it. I just don't think he'll be getting a finish. One thing to mention as well, we're back to the new gloves / old gloves. Yeah, new gloves. We're back to the new gloves. So knockouts are, I want to say they're going to go down, but the knockouts didn't really go up that much with the old gloves. There were only, what, 2 TKOs with the fists? Yeah. Because Jones' TKO was a body kick. Because Jones has no power in his hands. But, yeah. So, I'm going to be going with Kwang Li by decision. Lonier? I've heard this pronounced many different ways, but Lonier Kavanaugh, I can always say Kavanaugh, versus Jose Ocha. I was so weirded out by Kavanaugh because I'm like, isn't that Irish? Turns out he's both. But Kavanaugh is a very odds. Ooh, I'm picking the dog. Plus 105. Minus 125 for Jialong. But yes, Leonard Kavanaugh is a very touted prospect. A lot of people really like him, and he's got a really good game. He's massively talented, good striking. We haven't seen much of his grappling, but he does have a good grappling background. Ocha, he just wants violence. That's it. He's a Chuto box guy, and Chuto box are always fun fighters, but they're not all Charles Oliveira. They are not all chaotic maulers who destroy everyone. They're chaotic maulers who can destroy and sometimes get destroyed. I'm gonna be going with Kavanaugh to get it done. I like it to be a decision. He's just better overall going the distance. Odds wise, I picture him being a pretty heavy favorite. I have to find him. I have to find him from this list. Yep, minus 345 favorite. That makes sense. Oh, I've tried it. Newman Jargo. Tumentembre. Tumentembre. I wrote it down too. Tumenderble. Tummy versus Carlos Hernandez. Toom, he hits hard. He swings with power, but he doesn't really get knockouts. He's more of a submission guy. He's more of a club and sub, but he's wild. He's chaotic. He's still a big unknown, and he is coming off a long layoff, I believe over a year. Meanwhile, Carlos Hernandez, very basic but fantastically well-rounded fighter. He fights best as a distance. I'm not a hugest fan of him being a favorite in this matchup, but I think he can take on Tummies, to be honest with you. Tummies can be very dangerous, like I said, but I think the smarter, more technical fighter in terms of Hernandez will get it done. I think he'll get it done via decision. These guys, I believe, I gotta see the finishing rate of these guys, because Toom, he's perfect 8-0, but he has mainly submissions. Okay, he has one decision, and Hernandez mainly has decision. So yeah, I like Hernandez's decision. I like that a lot, actually. This fight's, one of these fights is canceled. Is this the fight that's canceled? No, this is just the fight I didn't like. Shi Ming versus Feng Xiaogan. Not a fan of either. She is good kickboxing pressure. That's it. Xiaogan is more efficient with striker, and she should pretty easily. Oh, the odds again. And she should be pretty easily win. I'll give you the odds for both. Where the hell are you? Tummies is plus 160. Hernandez minus 192. Like that. And then she is going to be... Nope, no odds for that fight. Alright, next fight is Kiru Singh Saota versus Donghyun Choi. Yes, I've practiced these names. I've tried this guy. No, I don't want to get to him. I can't do his. But yes, Sahota, the main thing I really noted about him was just how big he is. He is very big for flyweight. He's massive height, massive reach advantage. Donghyun Choi, he really needs takedowns because he's not going to be good at distance striking. He is massively outdistanced by this guy, which will give him problems. I could easily see Sahota piecing him up over the course of 15 minutes. But what I really think is going to happen is I think Choi will get the takedowns. I think he can get the takedowns, and he wants to outpoint him. It's just that it really depends. On the feet, you gotta give it to Sahota. On the ground, I guess you'll have to give it to Choi, but it's not like Sahota's like dead on the ground. It's just that that's really the only avenue I see for Choi winning, to be honest with you. But I could see it. I'm really 50-50 on it. Looking at the odds, they're actually pretty damn close, with Sahota's a slight underdog, minus 108, to Choi being minus 112. I'm gonna go with the dog. I'm gonna go with Sahota. I'm gonna go with that. I initially went with Choi, but I'm gonna go with Sahota. Oh, Oh no, your name. I hate your name. Bojin Yehelsi versus Su Young Yu. I'm just calling him Bear. I'm calling him Bear and you. Bear and you. Bear has really good power. I like his straights down the middle, and those could pose problems, and he is the bigger guy. He's just physically bigger than you. He has really good grappling. A lot of people are touting him really highly. I think the commentary team in his last fight was calling him like the next Habib, and then he was taken down like the next round or something like that. I do think his grappling is good, and I think that will be his avenue to victory. It's just that don't be surprised if Bear just like out muscles him. Bear has a really good ground game as well too, having double-digit submissions. I think he has 11 or 10 or something like that, 10. But I just think the wrestling of you is better. The submission ability is better for Bear, but the wrestling overall is better for you. And I can see a ground and pound TKO. I don't know if I'm going to be picking that. In case you haven't noticed, I picked a lot of decisions because besides the whole glove thing, I think most of these are going to be decisions, to be honest with you. We'll get to more finishes in the main card, but it's really going to be a lot of decisions. Yep. Go distance for you. And thankfully, we're on the main card. I know these people. I could say their names, and these are some pretty fun fights. Unlike a lot of these, I'm being honest with you. I believe these are the three. No, it's these three are the Road to UFC finale fights. These three, and I'm not a fan of them, to be honest. But oh well. Zhang Mingyang versus Ozzy Diaz. This should be a fun fight. This should be a really fun fight. Zhang, he's powerful. He's got an iron freaking chin. Look at that chiseled chin. Look at that chiseled jaw. And these are some big old power punchers who are going to beat the living piss out of each other. Simple as that. He's explosive, a dangerous finisher who never, ever goes the distance. He has all of his wins are by finish, I believe, or he has one decision. I think actually he might have lost the decision in every fight he's won has been inside the distance. I am correct. 11 TKOs and 6 submissions. Ozzy Diaz, very similar as well too. Very reckless, very fun, wild fighter. Also, never been the distance. So take the distance. No, I'm taking a finish for this one. Like, you have to do math at this point. You have to do math. I don't see these guys. Like, it's hard for one of these guys to get Phil. No, Diaz I've seen finished. Yeah, actually, yeah. I've seen Diaz. He's been finished twice. Or 3 times. I'm going to go with Zhang to get it done by TKO. But I think this should be a really good fight. Initially, I wrote Diaz, but I'm swapping on it now to Zhang. I don't want to go Diaz, actually. Let's look at the odds. Damn, Zhang is a big favorite. Oh god, all right. Why did I initially write Diaz? I think I just looked at it, I was like, I like Diaz. But now as I spoke about it, I'm like, no, Zhang has fought the better brand of competition, to be honest with you. I like the people that Zhang has fought more, to be honest with you. But I think that's a really fun fight, to be perfectly honest with you. Either way, the fans win. I don't know, man. I just like the finishing instincts of Diaz a little bit better, but who knows? Who knows? Zhang, to get it done, I'm going to say by TKO. Now, why is this so low in the card? Why? Jesus, this should be co-main. Okay, maybe they want Yan. Co-main. No, put over Song. Put over Song. Yeah, why is this so low? Why is this even on the Macau card? But this is a really good fight. Volkan, No Time, Uzdemir versus Carlos Ulberg. If you guys follow the channel, you know I'm high on Carlos Ulberg. I love me some Carlos Ulberg. I do still really like City Kickboxing, even though they've fallen on tough times with... I think the only guy who's gotten a win recently is Kaikar France. Oh, Ulberg, but I think it's been a little bit since his last fight, which was Menafield, and also it was 12 freaking seconds or something like that. I really like Ulberg. Uzdemir, I gotta thank him for bringing back the knockouts and knock out Johnny Walker. I have a thing where if you knock out Johnny Walker, I have to root for you in your next fight. That's the main reason why I rooted for Magomed when he was fighting Alexander Rakic. But I don't like Johnny Walker, sorry. But yeah, Volkan, he's more patient and calculated of a striker, and he has fought some good guys. Krylov, Bogdan, Walker, Magomed, Yiri, Rakic, Reyes, Smith. He fought DC way back in the day. Manuel, OSP. He's fought everyone in the light heavyweight division except for like John Jones. Really, yeah, John Jones, and I don't think he ever fought Gustafsson. I think those are the only two people like in the light heavyweight division like that he didn't fight of his era, which leads me into my thing of his era. He's not old for light heavyweight, but he's been around. There's been a lot of tread on the tires, which makes him a very dangerous veteran. But Olberg is a crafty, dangerous, and super slick striker. Within Olberg, I see the best of Izzy, and I see the best of Volk, and I see just more power. I really like Olberg. I'd love to see him with the belt one day. I really would. I don't think he takes on Poatan, to be perfectly honest with you. He would have Izzy in his side. He would have Izzy showing him the ropes, but I don't think he's there. I don't think he'll ever get there. Poatan's a once-in-a-lifetime talent. You have to be prime Izzy to beat him, and even then, Izzy had to face him multiple times. Regardless, we're not talking about Poatan and Carlos Olberg. I'm looking past Volkan because I think Olberg will take him out. Olberg historically very rarely ever goes the distance. He's had 2 fights that's gone the distance. I like to mention his only ever submission win in the UFC. I bet him to get a TKO, and yeah, I was very upset about that. But regardless, Olberg should get it done. We've seen Uzdemir. We've seen him finish before by slick, not even slick, just power bombers. Like Yuri Prohaska knocked him the hell out with his just insane power. I can see Olberg doing the same thing. So I'm going to take Olberg to get it done. And I'm going to say by TKO. Odds-wise, Olberg's got to be a pretty big fit. Oh, not as big as I thought, but he is minus 245. So yeah. What is the fight that's off? Did it just not pop up here? Did I already remove it? Oh yeah, it's already gone. Okay, good. Wen Kong versus Gabriel Fernandez. Wen Kong is just going to be better in all aspects, in my opinion. She's a super talented fighter. It's a big step up, but I just think she's better. I think it's gonna go distance for sure. Surprise, I'm picking a distance in a women's fight and with the old gloves. Sorry. And I just think Kong is just a more talented fighter at winning moments. I think she's going to overall put up a better kickboxing clinic, and I think she's going to put style on her. And being in China, they're probably going to lean towards her. I'm going to be going with Wen Kong. Gabriel Fernandez, also a kickboxer. She has fought better brand of competition, and she is bigger. She is. But bigger doesn't mean better, especially in my world. I don't know why I said that, but there you go. There's my taste. Yeah, she's fought better girls. Jasmine, Caroline, Oliveira. She's fought better people, but I still think she's just gonna lose overall. Give me Wen Kong. I picture she's probably be a big favorite. Holy shit! I knew she was better. And I was going to say, oh, she's probably a big favorite, like minus 400, maybe even 5. She's minus 850! Bro! No. We're done with that one. Song Kenan versus Muslim Salikov. This is a really tough matchup for me. I think Muslim Salikov is the more dangerous striker. Song Kenan, a lot of people like to say he's chinny, but it's just he leaves himself open too much. But he's only been knocked out by like a good guy like Gary, who even landed a good shot and cracked Gary. I think Song Kenan overall is probably gonna lose. He struggles to win minutes whenever he's like fighting distance wise. He's better in the pocket, but again, he leaves himself wide open. Salikov is the better striker, but he can get overwhelmed. And that will pose problems. But I don't think Kenan is going to be posing those problems. I don't like his I just don't like how he leaves himself open. I keep saying that, I keep harping on that, but that's the main issue I have with Kenan. And I could see a world where Salikov cracks him, which is why I'm going to be taking Salikov to get by TKO. Initially, I wrote decision, and I'm going to take TKO. I think he's going to knock him out. Yan Xiaonan versus Tabitha Ritchie. This is a... Oh, odds. Stupid asshole, Gomi. Kenan is plus 160 underdog, and Salikov minus 102 favorite. Makes sense. Yan Xiaonan, Tabitha Ritchie. I think this is a step up or a showcase, kind of like get back fight for Yan Xiaonan. They kind of want to put her in front of Chinese fans. A lot of people really liked her for how she fought on UFC 300. I'm worried about it because she did get beat the living piss out of her. Like, that was a really bad beatdown. That fight should have been stopped, and I'm still pissed this day that it was not stopped. Tabitha Ritchie, on the other hand, I just think she's good. I think she's a really good fight. I think she's a really good fighter, and I think this will be a good fight for Yan, but I definitely think she's gonna win it. I just like Yan striking overall. Don't think she has power because she knocked out Andrade. That was just the perfect hand of God, but she did prove that she is very talented, being able to fight against Zhang like she did. Yes, I just said how she was destroyed, but she fought a great fight that told me she's at that level. Yeah. And Tabitha Ritchie, on the other hand, I just think her grappling is her main avenue, and I think Xiaonan will... I think she'll defend the takedowns, but if she gets it down the ground, that's where she struggles. That could be a problem with him. Yeah, she could be low volume as well too, which is worrying, but I think Yan Xiaonan will get done on the scorecards. And on to the main event of the evening. Petr Yan going to be taking on Deiveson Figueiredo. This would be a fun matchup if they fight. But yes, Petr Yan, 31 years of age, still in his prime. 17. Oh my god, I hate the way he stands. Look at the way, like, what is that stance? He's got the Nate Diaz kind of kangaroo stance, but I don't know why I went that. And then Figueiredo looks like a goblin. But 17 wins, 5 losses, 7 knockouts, 1 submission. I thought that would be higher. 5'7" in terms of height, switch stance fighter, 67-inch reach disadvantage, a 1.73 takedown average, 57.1 significant strike accuracy, minus 330 favorite, significant wins over Song Yadong, Corey Sandhagen, and Jose Aldo. And yeah, I had to dig up the corpse of Yair Faber for this. Deiveson Figueiredo is going to be 36 years of age, 24 wins, 3 losses, 9 knockouts, 9 submissions, 5'5" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 68-inch reach advantage, a 1.68 takedown average, a 59.78% significant strike accuracy, plus 255 underdog. Significant wins over Chito Vera, Cody Garbrandt, Rob Font, and Brandon Moreno. Petr Yan is probably going to be the winner and probably the better fighter. There's just many things I don't like about Yan and things I like about Figueiredo, but when I look at it as a whole, I'm like, I think Yan's a better striker. I think he's maybe not the better grappler, but the bigger guy, which will give him a massive advantage. Figueiredo still feels small for his division. He still does have good grappling. The main issue is both guys are low volume, and the thing is, Petr Yan loves them low volume guys because my main issue with Petr Yan and everyone is he takes too long to download data. He gives up rounds. He always will lose the first and second round in 5-round fights, but then he'll come back and win the other rounds because he's downloaded the data. But I never like that. Like, how can you pick someone or bet someone or like have faith in them who always loses the first 2 rounds? You're basically betting on him to win 3 rounds in a row in a 5-round fight, which is disastrous. I think I don't know if he's improved. I think he's the same fighter, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really think he's the same fighter. Like the Song fight, he fought the same. He really did. He fought the same way he did in the Rob fight. The point is I'm talking myself into Figueiredo. I just like the power of Figgy. I like his striking. I like how technical he could be. I just don't like Figgy's lack of volume. That is a problem, to be honest with you. It's hard. It's hard to say. I always will root for Figueiredo because he beat the crap out of Benavidez. I don't dislike Benavidez. I just really like his wife. So I was happy with Figueiredo. Beat his ass twice, and I've rooted for him in almost all his fights. I think I rooted against him when he fought Rob Font because I was a big Rob Font guy. Not big, but I like Rob Font. I like Figueiredo. I just don't know if I like him in this matchup because I can see Jan piece him apart in the striking aspect. That's the main thing. Figueiredo, he's got really good power and he's not a bad striker, but he's just nowhere near the level of striking caliber that Petr Yan is. Petr Yan's very dynamic. His boxing is crispy and on point. He can hit you with spinning heel hook kicks. Figueiredo is like big right hand, big left hand, big uppercut. And it works. Even I thought he would be underpowered for this weight class move, but he's proven to really damage. Like, he dropped Chito Vera, he hurt Garbrandt, he hurt Font. I don't know. I like Figueiredo. I want to pick him, but like, I want to get some W's. Like, we're nearing the end of the year, and this is horrible to say, but like, what fights have I gotten right this year? I think I did really good at the start. Like, I got DDP, I got Ilya, I had O'Malley, I had Dustin. I think it went downhill from there, to be honest with you. I think it went downhill from 300 onwards. It went real bad, actually. I of course got Jones and Islam, but actually no, I think I did Dustin just for shits and giggles. Regardless, yeah, I say screw it. I like Figueiredo, but I think the better bet is going to be Petr Yan. But again, he just worries me. Like, it's not just because I like Figueiredo. It's just that I can't pick a guy who loses the first 2 rounds. But he did burn me when I did pick Song Yudong to beat him. He dispatched him very handedly. But I don't know. Give me Figueiredo, get it done. That's the thing. Is he gonna win a decision? Fuck it. Give me Figueiredo decision. But yes, please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of that. We're nearing the end of the year. We only have what, 2 to 3 events left. We have that awful 310 card, which sucks. It doesn't suck. It's better than the MSG card we just had, but not looking so crispy. But yeah, I think we have that. Yeah, we have 2 more events in the year. Wow. But yeah, this has been your boy Gomi. Bye bye.